Good morning, fellow mathematicians. Welcome back to our video. Today, we're going to discuss another topic in business mathematics, and that topic is multiplying and dividing fractions. Multiplying and dividing fractions. Previously, in the last video, we have discussed adding and subtracting fractions. Now, we will discuss another type of operations applied to fractions, which is multiplication and division. Here, let's have a motivation. In a school, there are 5 friends, namely Brian, Micah, Carlo, Cheryl, and Marian. If the cost of one suman is 225 pesos and assume equal contributions, how much will each student shall pay? Magandang tanong yun, di ba? Meron daw 5 magkakaibigan. Tapos, meron daw isang buong suman na 225 pesos. Napakamahal ng suman na yun, no? Saan kaya nabibili yun? Tapos, mag-aambagan daw sila. Ngayon, ang tanong dito sa problem na to sa motivation natin, tigma magkano sila? Ayun. To attempt this, 'di ba, ang ginagawa natin, 'di ba, as students, ginagawa natin kung ilan tayo, i-divide natin dun sa presyo. So, usually what we'll do is 225 i-multiply natin sa 1/5. Or kumbaga, this is 225/5. And if we plug this in a calculator, this is equal to 45. Therefore, each student shall contribute 45 pesos. 'Di ba? Na it's straightforward. Ganun ang ginagawa natin as students, nag-aambagan tayo. Pero may isa pang part yung motivation. Suppose that Brian doesn't have enough money and his friend Micah agrees to pay 2/3 of what Brian should pay. And what fraction of the total cost will Micah pay for Brian? Ngayon, ibig sabihin dito, hindi daw mababa, parang kumbaga, yung portion niya, yung portion ni Brian, Micah will be paying 2/3 of it. Bali, di ba si Brian kasi meron siyang 1/5 na portion. Di ba kasi tig-isang student, tig 1/5 sila, di ba? Tig 1/5 sila dun sa pangkabuuan na na ambag. So ang ginagawa natin dito usually to attempt this, ginagawa natin yung 1/5 yung kay Brian. Ang gagawin natin 2/3 daw ang babayaran ni Micah dun. So we will be multiplying 2/3 dun sa 1/5. 'Di ba? Kumbaga this is equal to 2/15 kasi 'di ba we just multiply the numerators and the denominators. So Micah will be paying 2/15 of 225 pesos. Kumbaga ganun lang 'yun. So ganun lang sa motivations natin. So kumbaga yung fractions, this is commonly used sa sa school natin sa everyday living basically. So, yun yung babayaran daw ni Micah. Ngayon, let's go to the discussion na talaga. Ngayon, first, we will be discussing multiplying fractions. Ngayon, how do we multiply fractions? Ngayon, tingnan natin dito sa red part. For any A, B, C, D na real number, ibig sabihin kahit anong number yan, where B and C does not equal to 0, B and D does not equal to 0, B and D is not equal to 0. Kasi bakit? Bakit kailangan di sila mag-equal sa 0? Kasi kapag daw 0 ang denominator, this is not acceptable. Not acceptable kasi bakit? Magkakaroon ng gera sa math. Magkakaroon ng mga problema kapag nagkaroon ng 0 sa denominator. Kasi nga, this will be undefined. Kumbaga, hindi siya defined sa math kapag may 0 ka sa denominator. Ngayon, how do we multiply? We just multiply across. A over B multiplied by C over D is just equal to A multiplied by C all over B multiplied by D. Or ginagawa natin, yung algebra, pinagtatabi lang natin sila AC over BD. Ngayon, instructions, To multiply two or more fractions, cancel if possible common factors. Then multiply the numerators and denominators. Denominators yan. Denominators. Ano yung spelling? So, yun. Halimbawa 1, punta tayo sa unang halimbawa. Do the indicated operation. Siguro tinatanong dito, cancel possible common factors. Dito natin makikita sa example. Solution. Let's head over letter A first. 2/3 multiplied by 5/7. So far, nakikita nyo, puro prime yan. 2, 3, 5, and 7. So therefore, they have no common factors. So what we'll do is just multiply across. Multiply nyo lang across. Yan. So magiging 10/21. Yan yung una natin, di ba? Di ba? It's straightforward, guys. B. 9/10 multiplied by 2/3. Ito na yung may common factors kasi, pansinin nyo, yung 3, pwede mo makancel to, di ba? Magiging 3 to. Ito magiging 1. Tama? Ito magiging 1. Ito magiging 5. So magiging, ang simplified version yan is 3/5 multiplied by 1. Or ano yan? It's 3/5. This is straightforward, guys, di ba? Just multiplying fractions. C, tatluhan na. Kasi sabi, multiply 2 or more eh. E di, ano ba yung 2 or more? Di 3. Sa example ng ano, 5/12 multiplied by 16/15 multiplied by 3/4. Paano yan? Makikita natin clearly, this is pasok yan, di ba? Yung 5, pasok sa 15 ng 3 times. Eh, may nakita kang 3 dito, so cancel din to. 1 yan, 1 yan. Ito, 1. Para di kayo malito, lagyan nyo ng 1 yung place nung kinancel nyo kasi baka makalimutan nyo eh. Sunod, ito. Ito, pasok to ng, ano, ng 16 4 times. Ito, pasok to ng 3 times. So, 1 to. So, ano sagot? 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1 all over 3 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1. Ano yan? This is 1/3. Tama ba? Yun ang sagot. Ganun lang mag-multiply ng fractions, guys. So, next. Let's head over division. Ayun. B and D din to not equal to 0 ah. Dividing fractions for any A, B, C, D na real number and B and D not equal to 0. Bakit? Kasi yung denominator ng fraction mo hindi nga pwedeng 0. Ngayon, we divide fractions by this way. A over D divided by C over D implies that A over B multiplied D over C. Paano yun? Magiging AD over BC. Or in words, to divide two fractions, multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. Sino yung dividend dito? Ito yung dividend, ito yung divisor. Sabi, yung dividend, itong dividend, imumultiply mo lang siya sa reciprocal ng divisor. Ano yung reciprocal? Kabaliktaran. Kumbaga, 2/3, ang reciprocal niya is 3/2. Ganon. Ganon lang yun. Straightforward, guys. So, ang ginagawa nyo lang, you're just multiplying by the reciprocal. Paano yun makikita in example? Ganito. Solution. A. Yung 6/7 divided by 3/4 just implies that 6/7 is multiplied by 4/3. Tapos we proceed by multiplication. Di ba pansin nyo, you're just multiplying by the reciprocal. So ano may common factors dito? Ito 6 saka 3. Di ba? Ilan ang 3 sa 6? Di ba? 2. Ito 1. Eh ang 7 saka 4 wala. Ito naman dito pwede mag-cancel kasi they are not across. Kailangan across siya pagka-cancel. So yun yung i-take note nyo. So, magiging 2 multiplied by 4 over 7 multiplied by 1 or 8/7. Eh di ba this is improper? Pwede nyo siya i-change into mix. Paano technique dyan hindi na nagde-divide? Ganito. Di ba? Ilan 7 ang meron si 8? Di ba isa? Eh di 1 yun. Ilan na natira? Di ba 6? Yung 8 minus 7, eh di 1. Yun yung numerator. All over 7. Ganun lang ang mabilis ang pag-change into mixed fraction. Ganito, isa pang example, halimbawa 9/8. Paano yan i-change? Tama, di ba? Ganito, 1 and 1 over 8. Kasi, ilan 8 ang meron sa 9? Isa. Yun yung whole number. 9 minus 8, 1. Yun yung numerator. Tapos yung denominator, yung denominator ng same fraction. Tama. Isa pang example, para ano, so halimbawa, ganito. 10 over 6, halimbawa. Ano yan? Ilang 6 ang meron sa 10? Isa. Ano natira? 4. Anong denominator? 6. Pwede pa yung simplify. 1 and 2/3. Tama? Kasi bakit siya pwede i-simplify? Kasi ito, pwede pa ito i-simplify. Diba? Tama ba? Ganun lang. So, ganun lang ang pag-change siya mabilis, hindi mo na dinidivide. Ngayon, letter B. Letter B. 3/4 divided by 1/2 just implies that 3/4 is multiplied by 2 over 1 or 2. Tama ba? Ilan 2 ang meron sa 4? Papansin niyo, di ba? Dalawa. So, 2 to. Ito magiging 1. So, magiging 3 multiplied by 1 all over 2 multiplied by 1 or 3 halves. And this is improper. Ilan 2 ang meron sa 3? Isa, di ba? So, equal yan sa 1. 3 minus 2, yun yung numerator, all over 2. So, yun yung mixed fraction niya. Lastly, let's have letter C. 34 divided by 2/3 just implies that 34 is multiplied by 3 all over 2. Eh, di ba pansin yung 34, pwede mo siya i-divide sa 2. Ano yun? Commonly, this is 17, right? So, ilan ano? This is 17. This is 1. So, 17 multiplied by 3 all over 1 or 17 multiplied by 3, ano yan? 17 multiplied by 3 in the top of my head, this is 51. 51. Hope that I'm right. This is 51. So, ganun lang. So, the operations of division, multiplication applied to fractions is pretty straightforward. It has a process. Ganun lang dapat ginagawa natin. So, now we are finished to the operations, addition, subtraction, multiplications, and divisions ng fractions, di ba? Di ba? And the next videos, we will be discussing an applications to these operations to business mathematics and the world of decimals. And till then, guys, till then, mathematicians, have a good day and good night.